So here's a short story about a husband who literally saves his wife from prison time by paying off her debts from money she took from her job, embezzlement. And how does she repay his kindness and him doing all that? By cheating on him with multiple dudes. And of course, you're going to see now that he's seeing the big picture and heartbroken. He's ultimately done with her and she's having a full-on meltdown. And it's a perfect example, guys, of don't mistake kindness for weakness, because even people that seem so kind eventually push them too far, they're done. And of course, the despicable people out there in this world who do awful things, you try to help them, this is what they do to you. It's crazy. Don't give it all away. Don't sacrifice everything for somebody else. Titled, Trying to Recover from Betrayal After Sacrificing Everything for Her. And a shout out to Daryl for sending this story. He says here, she, a 26-year-old female, told me, her husband, not to worry about him. He's exactly who she cheated with. Here's some context. My wife and I were in a financial crisis. She was working as a finance officer and ended up using company money for personal use. At first, it was small amounts she planned to repay, but it spiraled into massive debt. Her company threatened to file a police report, which could landed her jail time. You're darn right it could land her jail time, many years of jail time. I noticed that she works as a finance officer and she's taking money. This is embezzlement. I stepped in and negotiated on her behalf and agreed to repay the full amount in monthly installments. This meant around 75% of my salary went to paying off the debt. It drained me emotionally and financially. I was depressed. She felt guilty. Smack! Holy crap, man. Now, I don't know what their relationship was like prior to this, and she is the most amazing wife ever, which I highly doubt, but what she was doing was criminal. Okay, end of story. He came in and saves her. You know, he obviously worked out a deal, they got paid back, probably with interest, so she wouldn't go to prison. And what you're about to hear, you'd think that, guys, for all you husbands out there and boyfriends, if you got into trouble, not criminal trouble, but trouble, and your girlfriend or wife did something to save your butt like this, wouldn't you be a pretty darn good boyfriend or husband to her every day, forever after that? Well, not her. To help the situation, we agreed she would return to her previous job that paid well. The problem, her boss at the job is someone she has a past with. Someone she had hooked up with, and when she was dating her boss friend. I was uneasy, but we needed the money, and there weren't many other good options. Well, there's always options. They're just not necessarily always the best ones. I have a hard time believing she couldn't have got something else. And by the way, he says 75% of his paycheck. Does he mean 75%? Of his salary? I mean, after taxes or before taxes? And what the hell are they living on? Are they living in their freaking car? Well, things got worse. We fell deeper into debt. She crashed her car, got scammed by loan sharks, and I was barely surviving. I became distant, constantly stressed out about how to fix everything. It's not your job to fix everything. She needs to fix some things. Now, I get being the husband and being the man and being the leader, but not putting out all her fires here. You don't light yourself on fire to keep somebody else warm or out of prison. That's what this guy's doing. And scammed by loan sharks? Who is this chick? My God. And I still want to know, what was she spending all the freaking money she was embezzling from her previous job on? Probably nothing to help him. Well, eventually, things started to stabilize. I made more effort to reconnect. We went on many dates, spent more quality time together, and I thought we were rebuilding. Then I checked her phone. I found messages, not just with that boss, but with other men too. Other men, as in multiple guys and her boss. Flirty messages, intimate conversations. She admitted she slept with her boss once during an outstation trip. She said she felt unloved and lonely, and when he showed her attention, she gave in. This is how she thanks her husband here. He's been going through hell, probably gave up every penny he had in a savings account. Yeah, I didn't mention this. I'm sure he probably drained savings accounts. Maybe some of it, he took a 401k loan off his balance, something, sold shit. 75% of his paycheck, and this is how she repays him? What a piece of garbage. She said she felt unloved and lonely. When he showed her attention, she gave in. Oh, because this dude here is treating her with no love? Even after regretting it, the flirty chats didn't stop. She said it only happened once physically, and I'm trying strugglingly to believe that. I confronted her and left the next day. Good, man. Good for you. Frankly, you should have left a long time ago. My God. She is absolute shit. Now she says she wants to start over. Well, no kidding, because she needs somebody to pay her debts. She claims she loves me and is willing to leave that job and cut ties with her boss. But something inside me broke. How can I ever trust her again, especially during tough times? You can't trust her, and the tough times you've been going through are because of her actions. We are currently separated. We still talk and are trying to figure out what's next. Open relationship, casual setup, or possibly divorce if nothing works. I'm just lost, not sure what path is right anymore. Now, before you all freak out and leave, no. He's divorcing her, and I'll get to that in a moment. Now, in the comment section, he responds to lots and lots of comments because so many people are trying to help this dude out, saying, dude, you can't stay with her. An open relationship, casual setup, that's a terrible idea. But our guy here obviously is just absolutely heartbroken, betrayed, never thought this happened, and probably feels so stupid for trying to help her. I mean, think about this, guys, if you were in his shoes. But no, guys, you can't stay with someone like this. She is just a piece of garbage. She's a thief. She's a user. She's a cheater, a liar, deceiver. And notice how she tried to blame it that she was feeling unloved and all that, and so the boss is giving her attention. Yeah. And this guy's stressed out. And of course, maybe he isn't dating her as much and taking her out because they can't afford to because he's paying off her fucking debts. Now on to his comments, revealing more of what he's thinking here. In a response to a question, he says, maybe it's because part of me just can't let go of a 5-year marriage that easily. We've been through so much, good and bad, and I think I'm still holding on to those memories. I've already left and moved out of the house. Right now, I'm just trying to sort out through my feelings and find the courage to finally let this marriage go. You might be right. All the talk about starting over or trying again might not be realistic anymore. The trust is gone. Absolutely, the trust is gone. You can't have a relationship without trust, whether it's a girlfriend-boyfriend thing that's serious or a marriage. Another one. I still don't want to see my wife go to jail, though realistically, jail probably won't happen anymore. The damage is already done and some arrangement has been made. I'm still paying part of her debt monthly. Her sweet boss has taken the liberty to ease off her financial trouble by setting a huge amount. That's probably another reason how she fell for his trap. They're just friends, she said. Nothing will ever happen, she said. Thanks to her sweet boss's kind help, I'm now paying about 35% of my income toward the remaining debt, which is still under my name. At least it's better than before, when I was giving up around 75 to 80% of my salary. My God, it's freaking crazy. Why couldn't she gotten a loan? Well, she couldn't have gotten a loan, but, well, no, if her credit was really good, maybe she could have got a personal loan somewhere if this wasn't filed with the police. But then again, someone like her who pisses money on bullshit probably has terrible credit, so she couldn't get a loan, or get a loan from her parents, but they're probably broke too. Who the fuck knows? This guy shouldn't be paying a dime anymore for her. Another one. We agreed that if I decide to go through the divorce, she won't fight it and will accept my decision. Of course, I'll get a lawyer if I have to. You better get a lawyer. She's saying that, talking nice, hoping you won't divorce her. Right now, I haven't told anybody yet, not her family or mine. They only know we're currently separated. I'd rather let her talk to her family when she's ready, and if the divorce becomes final, then I'll explain things to my family. No. You need to tell your family right now. In fact, you should tell your family, and hopefully they'll talk some sense to you, saying, no, you can't stay married to her. Who cares if you tarnish her name? You got to control the narrative, because guarantee you, she will. She's going to say that she has some kind of disease, and that's why she embezzled the money, because she has to spend money. It gives her some kind of a high. And then she's going to say she was feeling unloved and not attention from you, and blame you for cheating. Control the narrative. He also says, I don't want to turn this into some big drama. Too late, brother. I still want to keep things private between us. Honestly, Reddit is the only place I feel safe talking to about this right now. I only moved out like a week ago, so I'm trying to process everything and not make any rash decisions. And last one, proving that he's done with her. He says, all right, guys, I hear you. It's been an emotional, confusing week, and I've gained some clarity. The next step is divorce, and I'm moving in that direction. I appreciate all the feedback, just need to be sure since this is my first marriage. That was the last comment he posted within a day or so ago. So he's out. He's done. Thank God. So anyway, guys, it's one thing to help somebody that needs help, that has shown you through their actions. This could be like a brother or somebody. It's another one for somebody that, and I have a hard time believing that she was so great and amazing prior to all this going on. you know. But just the way after he helped her, she does this to him. I mean, what a despicable piece of shit. So anyhow, he may be obviously on the hook for her debts. He probably signed some things and all that, guaranteeing her debt. I don't know what. But if he can't get out of it, then he's stuck in this situation. But for God's sakes, move on, because she's going to be a drain on him forever. Not to mention there's no more trust. And I just hope he doesn't fall for her waterworks and drama and all that. And I hope in the future this guy is more selective with who he gets involved with, because obviously he's a relationship guy. And frankly, really do your homework on somebody, spending time with them, a long time, seeing what they're like with money. One of the biggest problems in relationships is money.